This time of year, there is nothing I love more than watching yearly resets. One of the best things about watching yearly resets is that you get inspired to do your own. I think I have done yearly resets 3 years now, and this year is the most excited I've been yet. This is the most prepared I feel, and this is the most put together I feel. I'm just so excited for this. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth. Welcome to That Liz Hunter. I share whatever I've been overthinking about on the internet, which can range from lifestyle to political commentary to everything in between. And 2025 is the year where I will try to upload every single week. And you're in for a lot of fun adventures here on this corner of the internet. So welcome. Now for my yearly reset, I am going to be using Notion to track my goals, my weekly planning, my to-do list, and all of those great things. I am using a mix of 2 Notion templates that I duplicated from some creators on YouTube, Jenna Hong and Alexis Eldridge. Both of them created fantastic Notion templates. Last year I used Jenna Hong's. This year I took some elements from Alexis Eldridge's new Notion template and added it to my own because I really liked some of her elements. And I always say work smarter, not harder. And I'm not good at creating my own Notion templates. I'm actually really bad at it. But these 2 creators are incredible and they've shared their Notion templates for free. So I just personalized them for my own use. And I'm ready to dive in and show y'all everything I have going on. Talk about some 2025 goals, things I'm excited about for this year, and let's get into it. Welcome to my 2025 Notion page. I absolutely adore this. I've been working with this. Started in mid-December, changing things up, added some new things from Alexis just this week, and I think it is perfectly personalized to me. Anyway, so we start with my header, which I have images that inspire me and motivate me and dreams I have for 2025. Some big dreams I have are to visit Japan. I would really love to go to Japan next fall. I also would really like to go to Washington, D.C. for World Pride in June, so I have that on there. I also love tennis and golf, so I've added that to my Notion template. I've really enjoyed hanging out with friends, so I put that there. And because I live in Florida, I have this image of Florida. And then we scroll down a little bit. So we have our 2025 home base. I borrowed this graphic from Alexis, and I might make some more of my own graphics as the year goes, but we'll see. And I wanted my base to be as little cluttered as possible because as a person with ADHD, the more items on my desktop, the harder it is for me to keep stay on track with it. Like I can't deal with multiple items. So we streamlined it to have as few things possible for me to see when I log into here. So we have our daily to-dos. And for example, today, my daily to-dos, this is actually for next week, is I want to do this next Monday. I want to email Visit Las Vegas because Las Vegas is a dream partnership of mine. So I'm thinking about trying to go in March. So put that on the list. And I'll be adding other daily to-dos as the year goes, day by day. I want to look at this and figure out what I want. And then I have my planning and tracking. So I have my yearly goals, my monthly goals and reflections, and my weekly meal planning. I actually have 2 sets of monthly goals and reflections. I'm going to use one or the other of them until I figure out which one works best for me. One of them is from Jenna's planner and one of them's from Alexis planners. So we'll figure out which one works best. And then I have tracking, my content creation, weekly check-ins, and my French hub for practicing French. Oh, and I also have my weekly meal planning. I live and die by my weekly meal planning. This is something I added from Alexis planner, and that is the projects and deliverables. That's going to be really helpful because I want to use this planner, my Notion planner, not just for my social media and personal life, but also for work. And this will be super helpful with that. And actually, I'm going to delete the to remember and ideal routines because that is not something that is useful for me. I'm also going to delete this. And I will be adding my 2025 vision board down there. It's just not added in yet. Okay, let's talk about yearly goals. Let's go to the yearly goals page. So I have my 2025 yearly goals, and it's a work in progress, but I have a lot of goals listed. So my 2025 intentions, I haven't figured out my word of the year yet, or my intention of the year through my word of the year. I'm thinking the word clean, as in clean up my act, as in clean eating, clean habits, clean budgeting. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if I like that word. So I'm still brainstorming, figuring out what exactly I want my word of the year to be. What I want to accomplish this year, I have a couple things. Number one thing is I want to save an emergency fund and that goes into who I want to be in 2025. I want to be less stressed about money in 2025. Habits I want to keep up. I want to keep up going to Pure Barre and Cycle Bar. And something new for 2025, I don't know yet. Probably bullet journaling. Actually, that is my something new for 2025 is bullet journaling. I have a dump where I'm just dumping ideas I have for 2025 goals. So some ideas I have for goals are visit one country, visit one national park, make sourdough bread, avoid fast food, and pay off my car loan. That's just like big, any idea that I have that could be a goal of mine, I'm just going to dump it there. And then I'm going to go through my actual like planned out yearly goals. So I have personal goals, health and fitness goals, career goals, and money goals. So for my personal goals, that's read at least 50 books, try to go to DC World Pride, sign up and train and do a Disney half marathon in the fall, and visit Japan in the fall. So those are my big like overall personal goals for 2025. For health and fitness, I want to stay on track on my weekly meal planning, and that includes avoiding eating lunch at work, like buying lunch. I want to bring lunch to work. I want to eat 75 grams of protein daily. I want to practice French consistently. I think that should go into my personal goals. But anyway, health and fitness. Cook more at home. Don't buy food at work, and be consistent with exercise throughout the year. That's 3 to 5 times a week of intentional exercise. For my career goals, and this is not for my job. I don't really have goals with my job. Some people do. I just have never, I'm not in that phase of my life. For my career, I'm talking about my like content online. I want to publish new videos each Thursday. I'm thinking Thursday. It might be a different day of the week. We're going to tweak it as it goes. I want to track income using my budget and stick to it. That should be my money goals, but whatever. Hit 50K on YouTube. I think I said that last year. I did not hit 50K on YouTube in 2024, but I'm feeling very good about 2025. I want to publish weekly on Substack. I've really been enjoying blogging over there. I feel like blogging is back, and I really enjoy Substack as a platform. And then for my money goals, save $1,500 in a high yield savings account. I accidentally said this in career goals, but it's here. Track income using a budget and stick to it. Pay off my car loan by the end of 2025. I have about $5,000 left on it, and I'm super excited because I think I will be able to pay it off this year. And this should be in my career goals. I switched this around, but post 3 times daily on LTK, link to know at platform. That is in my career goals, not my money goals. We're going to switch that later. And then my other money goal is pay off 2 of my credit cards. Okay. And then quarterly breakdown and monthly breakdown over here. We have a register for a Disney race that needs to happen in Q1. And then monthly, the only thing I have is I do want to fix my car window that can't roll down, but that's like $800. So that's going in March when I save a little bit of money. So that's my yearly goals. And then we go into Q1 goal setting. This is totally new. I've never used this before, and I'm very excited about it. This is Q1. So the intention of the quarter, live in good habits that will set me up for success for the rest of 2025. So that is my Q1 goals, like the intention. And then I have Q1 goals, which I haven't set yet. We'll figure that out later. And then upcoming events that I know are happening in Q1, my birthday, my boyfriend's birthday, and Valentine's Day. And I don't like the quarterly calendar, so I'm going to delete that. I don't like calendars in Notion. It just doesn't, that's not a thing that works for me. Okay. And then quarterly 1 months. And then each month I'll have this like monthly goal, monthly reflection. And I really like this. I think I'm going to delete the like other monthly template I have. I think I'm going to use this month and may see in February if there's anything different that I want to do. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do. Because this is a 2025 reset, I'm not going to show you my January. And as you can see in the video, as you can see right here, I haven't finished putting in what I want to do in January. I use a budgeting template that is created by an ADHD creator for people with ADHD. And it is a little bit behind. The 2025 template has not come out yet. The creator told us that we will get it on Monday, I believe, next week. So my plan is to do a 2025, like set up my budget with me for 2025. And also let's set my January reset and monthly template, like fill out the January goals for that video. That's the plan. So stick around for that. Okay. So that's how it looks like for each quarter and month as I set up my goals and intentions. And then let's look at our tracking hub. So for my content creation, this is my favorite. I love my content creation hub. Um, it's loading. Okay. I love the pictures that I put on the top. I think they're adorable. And then I have a content idea brain dump. Any ideas I randomly have, I just will throw them here and then later I'll work them into the calendar. Maybe I should put the content idea brain dump like not as a link, but like at the top of my calendar page. I think I'm going to switch that later to do that. And then you can see a look at my calendar. I really don't have much set up for January, which is a problem. We're already into January and have filmed absolutely nothing for this month. Nothing done. And that's okay. Like I went to Disney and I had a good time. I planned to vlog, but it was really chaotic. No one should vlog the last 2 days of the year at Disney. It's insanely packed. So I don't really have anything in my monthly calendar other than this video that I'm following right now. And as you can see, I can add like new content types into the calendar, but we don't have any of that. Okay. And then the other thing that I track in my content creation are my brand partnerships. And I don't have any ongoing brand partnerships right now. I actually had one at the end of December, which was wonderful. It was amazing to end the last week of the year with a brand partnership, which was, I manifested it, but I wasn't expecting it, which is the opposite. I should like expect what I manifest, but I don't very much. Anyway, and I had that work out super well. So I have a bunch of brands that I'm dreaming of working with that I've like dumped into this list. And yeah, and then I track like their email addresses and how to reach out to them all on this page. Up here, you can see my dream brands graphic. I love this cover. I have like different organizations I want to work with. Like I want to work with Disney. I want to work with Breeze Airways because they do direct flights from Jacksonville. I want to work with YouTube and Universal Studios and skincare brands like Coco on My Mind and Georgia, Coco Kind, not Georgia. I want to work with Visit Georgia, which is where it says Georgia on my mind. And I want to work with skincare brands like Coco Kind. And then we have my weekly meal planning. The weekly meal planning is where it's at for me as a person with ADHD. This really actually helps me figure out how to cook because otherwise I am lost in the kitchen. So I dump in all the ideas I have for dinner that I found around the internet, like on TikTok and Substack and different places like that. And then I go through and I put them in each meal when I'm going to make them. I need to take this out because I'm not making the easy chicken pot pie. And I haven't updated this since the week before Christmas because I wasn't cooking Christmas week. But I will be, I use this regularly. I try to on Thursday and Friday plan out the next week. This is something I tend to do Thursday, Friday evenings. And yeah, it is super helpful. I highly recommend a weekly meal planner if you are a person with ADHD and you can't figure out how to know what to cook each night. You can look at your meal planner and you don't have to cook what it says to cook on Tuesday. You can cook Wednesdays on Tuesday and vice versa. But it helps me figure out what I have in the kitchen, what I need to grocery shop for. And yeah, it also has like a shopping list. I don't use this as often as I just put the shopping list ingredients in my phone in my notes app. But I have used this in the past. I just don't use it as much as I just throw it in my notes app as I read through the recipes. I also have this weekly check-in page. I don't think I'm going to be using it that much as my bullet journal because I didn't use it hardly at all in 2024. I tend to use my homepage and not click outside of the 2 or 3 things that I consistently turn to and use daily in my life. Like I use my content calendar every time I think about what I'm posting for the day. I use my meal planner every time I think about what's for dinner. My weekly check-in, I would like to put it, like incorporate it into my routine, but the problems are that when I open my Notion, I don't see the tasks that are listed to do each week. And so I forget that the weekly check-in exists. And I forget, all of the other things that are in this weekly check-in. It's just not part of my routine. Maybe I'll incorporate it, but I doubt it. And I'm tempted to delete this page or archive it because I don't see myself needing it or using it going forward. And I said the less cluttered my Notion is with things that I don't use daily, the easier it is for me to use my Notion, all of the things that are listed in my Notion. If there's too many things, I'm not going to use them. So I want to incorporate the things that I use. So, yeah. So that is a tour of my 2025 Notion. Let me know what you think, and if there's any tools in here that were helpful to you on setting up your Notion. If you're setting up a Notion for 2025, let me know. I will link both Alexis and Jenna's Notion videos and their templates below because I think they do a fantastic job explaining each of their systems. If you want a really scaled down, simple system, Alexis is more like that. If you want a more in-depth encyclopedia of your 2025 life Notion, that is 100% Jenna's page. And I'm kind of a mix of both. Some areas I like to be encyclopedic, like my content calendar. Some areas I like to be super simple, like my homepage. Alongside my Notion, I am also using a bullet journal this year, and I'm so excited. I have always used a paper calendar. I've put stickers in it. I've filled it with dates and events that I need to do, and even thoughts and books that I'm reading. And while I love the, large paper calendar, this year I wanted to check out a bullet journal and see how that could be used and incorporated in my life because I love doodling, I love art, I love drawing and coloring, and that is what the bullet journal gives me. So I found the perfect gel pencils on Amazon. I've been using them, and I've actually discovered this doodle journal company from Jenna's page. I love the spreads that she shared that she bullet journaled through 2024, and it really inspired me to try it out for myself. And I've started with January. I love the mood tracker. I started filling out the habit tracker and coloring in the start of January's, and I'm excited to dive in and keep up this new habit throughout 2025 because I have, ever since I moved into this apartment and I've had a table, I have actually used my coloring books a lot. So I'm excited to incorporate coloring, which is something that I do a lot for stress relief and to keep myself off my phone when I'm not reading, or instead of scrolling in my phone when I'm watching TV, I will color. And that keeps me occupied with my hands because gotta occupy these hands. The bullet journal is something that we're going to be using going through 2025, and it will be part of our monthly resets. So going forward in 2025, you can expect monthly resets along with budgeting resets. I will incorporate my budget into each month's monthly reset. As I said, I'm going to film a January reset and 2025 budget plan with me next week as soon as the 2025 budget template is released. And I'm excited to share that with you. I always hate talking about my money though, because people like to tell me that I'm spending it poorly. But that's just part of being opaque, transparent, who I am on the internet. Thanks for tuning in and letting me yap a bit. And I hope the start of your 2025 is going splendid. And I'll see y'all right here next time on the internet. See ya.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.